Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of In the Google Corner. For those of you who have been following us, this month's theme, it is content calendars. And so what we decided to do, that instead of us trying to explain it ourselves, we thought we'd bring in one of our experts and strategic partners that we work with, Vanessa from Coffee First Digital Marketing. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having us.
I thought that our first let Vanessa just chat a little bit about what Coffee First does, and then we'll go straight into a couple of questions that we have for her in regards to content calendars and how we can all start planning our 2019 content calendars. So Vanessa, tell us a little bit about Coffee First Digital Marketing.
Coffee First is a digital marketing company in Cape Town. We deal predominantly with clients in the travel industry.
Awesome.
We specialize in content creation and distribution of that content online. That's it.
So I took a look at your website and I see that there's a lot of platforms that you guys use, obviously the different social media platforms, and I'm sure in the hospitality industry there's some specialized platforms as well.
Yes.
Fantastic. So basically I thought that we'll just go through a little bit and you can help our sort of audience get ready for 2019. We know that it's just around the corner. We'll blink and it's Christmas and then it's here. And I think it's very important to have a content calendar. So I think before we start, just explain to us, what is a content calendar?
Okay, a content calendar, put simply, is a calendar that outlines all the content that a company will be producing and distributing over a certain period of time.
And what would you say, like how far in advance? Would I go and do the whole of 2019 already now, or will I go in sections?
I think it's good to look at a year as a whole and to see what sort of themes come up for each month. That's a nice plan, but then it depends on the pace of your industry and how much content and how quickly you need to generate content. Some people generate content weekly, monthly, or quarterly. In the travel industry, for example, it's quite fast-paced, so we do monthly content strategies so that we can slip in promotions,
draft crises and whatever else that might come up.
Last-minute specials and that sort of thing.
Okay, awesome. And why would you say it's important to have a content calendar? Like my business, why should I even bother to have a content calendar?
I think I always believe in the old school saying, failing to plan is planning to fail.
Okay.
And having a strategy just helps you to map out everything beforehand. It helps you to know what needs to be posted on a certain day. If somebody is ill that's supposed to be posting something for you on social media, you can refer back to the calendar and know exactly what needs to be posted that day if it isn't scheduled already.
And I'm also, I'm sure some people essentially like to do things in-house, and we also have our other job to do. So I guess, being able to plan ahead, we know what's coming up.
Yeah, especially if you're doing everything in-house. It's nice to be able to have, because emails come up, phone calls come up, meetings come up, and then you could forget to even think of something to post for that day.
Special days like National Donut Day, we don't want to be missing out on that.
Exactly.
And what would you say, if we had to look at a basic list of a marketing calendar, what would that entail? What do we need to have in place?
So you basically have the date that the content needs to go out, obviously being a calendar. You would have the type of post that you're going to, or content that you're going to create. Is it going to be a blog post, a video? Are you going to post a picture? And who's going to be responsible for producing that content, and which platforms you're going to distribute it to. Also, it's quite good to know if you've got a budget in what to spend on boosting that content online so that more people.
I think you hit two really important points right now. You spoke about images. Does images count as content? I thought it was just text.
No, content.
So basically
images, video, blogs.
So lots of different formats that it can come back in.
Yeah, exactly.
And regarding to, you spoke about having a budget for content, obviously a budget if you need a writer or you need a photographer or a videographer now that I'm learning.
Yes.
But I've just also noticed on social media, it's quite difficult to get your content in front of people's eyes because of all these funny algorithms and everything that come out. Do you then recommend boosting posts to make sure that the right people are seeing it?
Yes, definitely. I read somewhere a great analogy is trying to reach people organically, especially on Facebook, is like putting a bunch of flyers on a desk and hoping someone walks past and picks it up because of all the amount of people that are online and advertising online, it's hard for things to appear organically. So boosting posts is a great way to get your content in front of the right target market.
And I think that target market is obviously identifying who that target market is as well.
Yes,
I guess
it's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I guess that would also say which platform must be on if I'm trying to get to a certain audience.
Yes, exactly. When deciding which platforms you're going to use for your industry and your business, you need to look at who your target market is and where to find them.
Okay, wow, so much to think about if you really think about it. And I mean, I guess that you've already answered our next question. I was going to say, how do you decide what content to create? Yeah. I guess again, it depends on your target market. Certain age groups, certain demographics prefer video or white papers or whatever the case is.
We also, on that point, we also look at past reports and what's worked in the past to see what's had the most engagement and that sort of thing. To see what content people actually enjoy. And
I was just about to ask you that, like, how do you know if something's successful? You spoke about these reports. Where does someone find those?
So you can generate reports on certain platforms like Twitter and Facebook and that sort of thing. Google Analytics to see who's reaching your website.
We love that one.
And how they're getting there. There's a lot of different platforms that you can use to schedule posting, and also they provide reports on different posts and and the engagement that you've had on
So, I mean, with those sort of insights, also tell us maybe, we maybe don't know which day of the week to be posting or which day of the month to be posting or what time of the day.
It'll, also, you can also check on Facebook, for instance, and see when your actual followers on your page are online, what time, day, and that sort of thing, where they're coming from. So you can also look at different time zones. So it's quite
really why I love data. I think for me, it's taken out the guesswork. There's no sort of needle in the haystack anymore. Really telling us what's going on. What steps do you take to actually create your content? How does one start? I mean, now we've got our calendar in place. Now what?
So we look at industry trends for the specific brand that we're promoting. We'll look at special events in the calendar that need to be promoted, special days like you spoke about, Donut Day. We also sit down with our clients and we try and find out what's happening within the company, if there's anything specific that's happening with the company that you want to be promoting.
Fantastic. And I mean, these days there's so many tools available. I remember you saying to me you still prefer old school Excel. Are there any other tools? Are they just really expensive? Why would one use maybe an Excel versus using an online tool of sorts?
There's awesome online tools that you can use. They're just quite pricey. A lot of them are charging dollars. So for startups and small companies, it's quite difficult. So that's why we use Excel for now. Excel and Google Sheets, and it's quite nice if using that because it's free and you can share it with numerous amounts of people in your company.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you guys learned as much as I did today. Definitely, we all got some homework after this. You know how at Metis we love giving you homework. That's why you love us so much. So get ready for 2019. And thanks so much, Vanessa, for sharing this wonderful insights. Cheers, everybody.